Bonjour tout le monde, welcome back. My name is Andrew and I'm doing a year abroad here in southern France. Today, I am in Menton, which is a very small French town right on the border of Italy in the south of France. Today, I'm going to be talking about the study abroad application process and kind of what I thought about when I was thinking about coming abroad and answering some of the most common questions that most students have. The number one biggest question that is always asked is, can I study abroad? And this question obviously depends on your majors and your track and where you're at in school, but the answer is always going to be yes. No matter what advisor or what teacher says, no, don't study abroad, which I've heard unfortunately happens, you can study abroad and you can work it into your degree and you can go just about anywhere. Another big question I get is, how much does it cost to study abroad? And honestly, this is a very open-ended question and it really depends on where you're looking at going. I knew I wanted to go to France in particular, so a lot of the costs in France were pretty similar outside of Paris. Paris was always a little bit more expensive because it's Paris and it being the largest city in France. So in order to help fund my study abroad, I applied to just about every scholarship that I can. I applied through the study abroad office. I applied through the global business studies in the business school. I applied for outside third-party scholarships by writing essays and contacting KU alumni as well. You can do endless amounts of things trying to get money here and there, and you'll be surprised on how many people will help you fund your time abroad because they know how important it is to see, experience, and live in another culture to help grow your mind and help mature during your undergraduate years. So another big question that I get is, where should I go? And you don't have to be studying a language. So even if you are studying a language, whether that be Mandarin, French, Spanish, any other language, you don't have to study in that specific region. You can study just about anything, just about anywhere. That's the beauty of it. And I know that makes it a little bit more daunting, a little bit harder. It really just takes a few hours of your time. Look at websites, look at third parties, look at what your school has to offer. I guarantee you're going to be able to find some program that you're excited about in a place of the world that you never ever thought you would go to. So another big thing that is sometimes a challenge is talking to your parents about studying abroad because there are so many unknowns. And when you start that conversation, your parents are going to want answers right away. And personally, in my case, I went to my parents and said, I'm going to study abroad for a year in France. I'm getting a major in French and a major in international business. So I need to spend a year abroad and I personally want to. And that much time away from home would be the first time and the furthest point that I've ever been from home. So I knew it was going to be a challenge. They knew it, and there were a lot of unknowns. But how I went about it was I described my passion to go abroad and described why I wanted to do it. If you share with them your passion and your desire to go abroad and you share with them the opportunity, chances are they're going to be for it and they're going to be supportive of you. If they are not, unfortunately, you're going to have a whole staff behind your back at your university in your program telling you to go and showing you the ropes and showing you how to do it because it is so vitally important to your degree and you're going to have a great time. Another tip that I have is definitely reaching out to past program participants. So if there are any other students that you know of that are at your university that have participated in a similar program or have been to that city and studied there, I definitely encourage reaching out to them because that is vitally important. That's a good resource to have to ask them any questions. What was the nightlife like? What was school like? What were your direct enroll classes like? Was the program beneficial to your learning? What was it like during COVID? If they went abroad during COVID, ask them that. Ask them questions about what society was like because people take restrictions so seriously here, especially in Southern Europe, so it makes it easier to travel. So the last thing that I would highly, highly recommend is to start early. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to start your very first day freshman year or during your summer orientation. Normally, students do it during their junior year sometime, but that doesn't mean all. There are students that doing their sophomore, freshman, or even senior year. There are multiple students on my program that are in their second semester of their senior year that are spending it here in the south of France. So it doesn't matter when you do it, just try to start a little bit early just to give yourself some time to lay off the costs. Talk to some people that have done the program. Really talk with your advisor and make sure your 4-year plan is still on track. Thank you so much for joining me here in Monton, France. It's been a pleasure. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on the video, and I'd be more than happy to respond to any questions or reach out to your incredible advisors at your home institution. I know the KU Business School has a great global business study, and the Study Abroad department is ready to answer any of your questions. But for now, au revoir de Monton, France.